So a little secret, at the enterprise meeting, I may have forced Jimmy into doing a keynote at the next one. This morning, I am headed to an event called Enterprise Plus. This is an event that I go to once a month, once every other month when it's on, and it's run by my accountant, Enterprise Accountancy, to be an event with a different type of feel. So we meet up and we have a few speakers there, a few people who get together. There's a whole load of businesses, and the idea is to help each other in a non-conventional networking sense. I don't normally go to networking events because I don't find that they are too beneficial for myself and businesses like the businesses that I run. Obviously, for those of you who've been following what I do, you know that I run Volstead and Apothecary 87, which are two businesses that are fairly international. So going to local networking events just doesn't really have the clout that it would if we were closer to home. I wouldn't class this as a networking event though. It's more of a kind of like a training, self-help, support network for businesses. And I actually did a talk there last time the event was on, and told my story to all the businesses that were there, which was really fun. That was one of the first keynotes that I've actually done, so I really enjoyed it. But there was a huge response there, and that's kind of from this event and working with the people who run this event. It's kind of how I decided to push my personal brand a little bit more. You know, it was in the back of my mind. I was doing it. I had Grady and a couple of other people at work, you know, telling me I should do it, and I didn't feel like I had the time. So I started doing a little bit here and there, and then the last Enterprise Plus event that I did was the one where you know, this talk really kind of spurred me forward. And I've probably done about 8 presentations, 8 keynotes in the past month, which have come off the back of me doing the talk at the Enterprise Plus event. So it's really kind of helped me push forward in that respect to my personal brand, the speaking and telling people my story. So it's going to be quite fun. I'm just off to meet Jimmy before we go, and then head over and see what's happening today, get an idea of you know, how things are moving forward. You know, the event's always changing and we're always adding different ideas, so yeah, it should be a good little morning. I'm outside the Gentleman's Retreat barbershop waiting for Jimmy so we can go to the Enterprise Plus event, and he's just pulled up. I've got a confession. I have forgotten my laptop bag, which means that I have no tripod for my phone, no camera. Grady's off sick this morning, so I'm going to try and film as much of this as possible for you, but sorry in advance, I guess. We have arrived. We're just heading into the room now, to where the event's meant to be, which is in here, and it looks like we're the first ones. We're just out of the Enterprise Plus event now. I didn't get to film in it because I did forget my tripod, but it was quite a fun event. Me and Jimmy had to go head to head in coming up with innovative, creative business ideas.
Mine's going to change the world.
Jimmy had to change the world using kinetic sand that he was going to turn into a flood defense, and I had a bowl of jelly where my team created a product that would be an edible jelly soap. It was a little bit weird, but it was a little bit fun. Really good event. We'll be excited for the next one next month. So a little secret, at the Enterprise meeting, I may have forced Jimmy into doing a keynote at the next one. So now, Jimmy's got to get a keynote ready to talk about his business and present it in front of about 30 people, which is going to be fun, isn't it, Jimmy?
Yeah, only a month to prepare.
He's got a month to prepare though, so that's fine. I'll give him a hand. Okay, so it's 11 AM on May the 4th, National Star Wars Day, and we are heading down the A1 to meet someone we met at Cosmoprof. You know, they really wanted to meet us. It turned out that they'd had some internal meetings about which were the up-and-coming brands in cosmetics and the male grooming industry, and our name came up. So they came over and introduced themselves. So we're actually heading down to meet them now to have a chat about what they think they can do to help us get to where we want to be, you know, how they can help us innovate. We're on our way back from our meeting. It was a little bit disappointing, to be honest. We had a great conversation, a great start to the relationship where there was lots of promises of the things that we could do and how we could go forward and really push the company forward to add new qualities, benefits and everything else to what we do. The meeting that we had was the complete opposite, and in fact would have been a backstep. The company and what they were offering wasn't right for our brand. They didn't fit our brand. You know, the quality wasn't the first thing in mind, the innovation wasn't the first thing in mind, building something great wasn't the first thing in mind. And with all that said, you know, now we're on our way back from this meeting, we're already confident before we go any further that we won't be working with this company, because we have to align all those things with who we are and who they are before we can move forward. So, bit of a shame, bit of a time that we've kind of taken out our day and we didn't want to have to waste. You know, we were pretty excited for it earlier, as I mentioned, but you know, these things happen, we'll move forward.